Today we're going to be reviewing the ASUS Eee Pad Transformer TF101. Amazon has this tablet reconditioned for $199 and new at $299. Either way, you're getting a good value, whether you go new or reconditioned on this tablet. It is a quality ASUS tablet. It is an older ASUS product, but still very, very, very useful and has a very good place in the market. 16 or 32 gigabytes of storage built into the tablet, depending on which one you buy. It does have an expansion slot, which will increase that another 32 gigabytes. The processor in this tablet is a 1.2 gigahertz dual-core Tegra 2. Now the Tegra 2 is an older processor. It's in the Tegra line, but older. It has been replaced by the Tegra 3, and soon we'll be seeing some new Tegras out there. They're very reliable, high-speed processors. The installed memory on this particular tablet is 1 gigabyte with DDR2. As you can see, it's got fairly decent graphics. As you look at the background there, it's fairly decent. The quality of graphics is 1280 by 800, which is pretty modest. It's nothing to write home about, but it is decent. 10.1 inch screen. You get a 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera and a 5 megapixel rear-facing camera. Neither, again, are much to write home about. The 5 megapixel rear is pretty common now. The predecessor to this camera has upgraded that to an 8 megapixel. That's the 201, the Transformer Prime TF201. The TF300 sports a 2 megapixel in the back, or I'm sorry, a 5 megapixel in the front and an 8 in the back. It is a super duper deal. Anyhow, back to the TF101. The weight of this particular tablet is 1.4 pounds. Now, it's a fairly sleek looking tablet. As you can see, it's brushed aluminum looking. It does have a plastic back. It does give the appearance of being metal, but it is not. The rim around the screen is metal. It does use Gorilla Glass, good quality glass, but it has a plastic backing. But it does have the appearance of a metal backing or a brushed aluminum. Now the TF201 and 300 both have the metal casings. But still a very quality tablet, 1.4 pounds. If you add in a dock, it's another 2.8 or 2.8 total pounds with the dock. And I do recommend that with the extra battery life, the touchpad, the keyboard, your added port for charging, another port for a micro card, and another port also for USB. So I definitely recommend that. This particular tablet has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 3, GPS, and a gravity sensor. It does not have the 3G or the 4Gs that many of the brand new tablets do have. It has a mini HDMI port. It has a micro SD port, and you can get an adapter to convert this particular tablet alone with a USB. That plugs into the 40-pin charger port. Your 40-pin is proprietary with ASUS. You can see they have their little name on it. Folding prongs. As far as the apps, this comes with the Kindle, Amazon Kindle, Netflix, Polaris Office. It has YouTube, Press Reader, Supernote. It has a modest amount of usability. It has the marketplace. It has some decent sound apps. The battery life on this unit is 8 hours of moderate to heavy use. That's pretty good. 9 and more hours of light use. If you add the keyboard, you can add another 6 hours to that. So in essence, you're looking at about 15 hours with a dock, and you're looking about 13 hours without. That's quite lengthy. I recently went on a trip across the United States, and I got stuck in the airport, and I ended up using my tablet exclusively for several hours. And although it wasn't the TF101, it was the TF300, it lasted me an incredibly long amount of time. I do recommend getting the keyboard or the keyboard. Your pros to this unit is it is a very affordable quality tablet, and it's stylish. It has better than average performance. It has really, really great sound. This particular tablet is really high quality on its sound, and that will carry through all the way to the 300, model number 300. They all have great sound. When you get to the 700, the TF700, everything about that unit is top notch, but the sound, it drops. And so I'm disappointed in ASUS for that, but up to the 300, you get good sound. You could easily lock yourself in a room, a small room, and turn the tablet on and play music and hear it at every corner of the room. It's very, very delightful. Again, you get high quality. This is a stylish tablet. If you go with a docked keyboard, you get some added memory and some battery life. Also, one thing to mention is when you do charge the ASUS, it charges extremely fast. I'm very impressed with the charging time. The charging time is greater than the depletion time. And so what that means is you can use the tablet while it's charging when, say, you've got it at 50%, and eventually it will be fully charged even though you are using the tablet. The trackpad is a nice feature if you do decide to go with the keyboard. One of the other nice features of the tablet are the buttons. Your power button here is a very high quality power button, and your volume up and your volume down is fantastic. You will not find ASUS, excuse me, dropping that, but ASUS cutting corners on their tablets. This one being one of their first tablets in its type. They decided to put a plastic back on, and as you can tell in the 201 series and beyond, they've gotten rid of that and only use a brushed aluminum surface, very quality. Again, on the keyboard, you'll get some extra storage and USB. The cons to this, and there are some of the apps that you may download or try to download from the App Store will give you the message that they are not supported on this device. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Also, the 40-pin charger is proprietary, so you do need to either go with an aftermarket product, or you do need to stick with the 40-pin that comes with your tablet. You do get the front-facing camera is only 1.2 megapixels. It certainly can be greater. The 5 megapixels in the back can be greater. The large black bezel around the screen, it's a little distracting. I wish it were that they shrink the size of the tablet and reduce the size of that bezel. Some of your angles are fantastic, even though the graphics on this aren't the best. Some of your angles are just really great. So you have a depletion with the quality of the graphics, but the angles are great. I highly recommend the ASUS TF101. It gets a thumbs up. It's got its place in the market, and if you're a gamer, this is a nice tablet to have for a gamer, or anyone that wants a quality tablet and don't want to spend a tremendous amount of money. $199 reconditioned, $299 new at Amazon. This is the ASUS Eee Pad Transformer TF101.